Yes, sir, Ski. You tuned in to Infinite Vibes, the dopest podcast in the world. I've been drinking my bad, y'all. Hey, the dopest podcast in the world, dopest platform in the world. I'm Moran, the man. I got the richest lady in the city of Atlanta, Georgia, DJ B-Lax in the building.
Hey, I'm blessed to be here.
Absolutely. Man, my girl, she out here going crazy. And we're in the presence of somebody who is out here doing a lot of great things. As we have this topic, she's really going crazy in the world of DJing. And she wants to diversify herself. We're going to get all the way into it.
Yes.
Please introduce yourself to our listeners, Queen.
All right. I love that. That was a good intro. Okay. I'm Smarttt. If you guys don't know me, I'm definitely a DJ, but I'm also curator of Muse, which is an art gallery party. August 25th. Please get your tickets.
To be there.
Please. Look, y'all are on my guest list. You have no excuse.
Okay, well, you said we on the guest list.
You are on my guest list. You have no excuse not to be there. So you guys are on my guest list for sure. So it's 9 to 1 a.m. on a Thursday. We're going up. So yeah.
Sure. Beautiful. So the topic for today, we always seeing people evolving and changing, and some people getting in their own way because they're scared. And we just wanted to talk about diversifying yourself because, we all work in the music business. We all are here trying to do this cool thing, but oftentimes people try to put us in boxes. They see DJ B-Lax, you can only be a DJ. You can't be a producer. You know what I'm saying? They say Michael Jordan couldn't own the team. You know what I mean? And now Smarttt is out here trying to diversify herself. What is something you're trying to do?
So I feel like just, DJing is really just getting me through the door. I feel like it's always been like a passion of mine, but I know that I want to branch out and do other things, such as I want to have my own like sunglasses line. Okay. That came about because I'm always taking people's sunglasses. Literally always taking people. If we're in the club, I almost gave a pair of Cartiers away. Not mine.
I gave it away.
Not gave it away. My friend really is mad at me to this day. So that's something I want to do. Also, this art gallery party I'm doing, Muse. It really just came about because I like art. Yeah. And I like music. Yeah. So I'm gonna put those two things together and we're gonna have an art gallery party. And so that's one of the things I want to do as well. And I do want to get into producing because that's one of my favorite compliments as a DJ is you should start producing. You know what I mean? I feel like people have that ear, and I think that that's definitely something I want to do, but I want it to be organic. You know what I mean? And I feel like nowadays it's so important to diversify yourself because especially in Atlanta, because it's just like, I don't know what's up with the pay of the DJs. It's just kind of crazy. And it's just like you really kind of have to branch out to have another hustle to actually really get in a bag. Right. Like actually to really get in your bag, you really kind of have another hustle on because it's just so, I don't know, this 150 thing, we starting out 150. That's the rate right now. That's the minimum. 100 to 150, and it's kind of crazy to me, but I feel like now I'm understanding like, okay, well, I don't like it, so I'm gonna do something else. I'm gonna create my own lane, right? And you know what I mean. So, and that's what my goal is to, with Muse, is to really pay DJs what they're worth. Right. Everybody's on for 1 hour. All the DJs I booked, they're only on for 1 hour. But I really want to get into really paying them right. You know what I mean? Not just 100 for an hour, you know what I mean? And like, it's coming, you know what I mean? So it's just like, I really appreciate everybody who's been really rocking with me and like from the jump, and you're always telling me to keep going, and I appreciate that. And I'm looking at you on tour and doing shit, and I'm like, okay, you guys are inspiring, for sure. Like even having this podcast is so inspiring. So it's like, that's where I'm at, ready.
Can you speak a little bit about like with the pay situation? Is that like 150 for just an hour, or is that for like a couple hours? Because it's been a minute. Like I'm not gonna lie, I decided just because of that simple fact to step out of the local lane just for that reason, because I felt like the value of DJs wasn't appreciated in the South as it is in the North or like in the West Coast. So can you speak a little bit about
that's definitely for 4 hours. That's definitely gonna be for fucking 4 hours. That's definitely and it's kind of, it's bad. I'm not even gonna lie, because like you said, you feel like your value isn't appreciated, right? You feel like that shit is just, what I'm saying, like you're up there. And honestly, to me, I feel like we're the most important people. You know what I mean? We cut the music off and we still have the promoters and the bartenders walking around, but if we cut the music off, guess what's gonna happen?
Where the music at? Where the DJ?
You know what I'm saying?
But you get rid of some bartenders. Ain't
Right,
nobody asking them.
Nobody, you know what I'm saying? Nobody can really ask. You get rid of, you know what I'm saying? You got the servers twerking to the music, blowing up the shots, and you got the promoters in the sections with their glasses on, looking cute in the promoter section with the glasses on. But then if you turn the music off or we start playing some whack shit, what's gonna happen?
Party over.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm stepping out into a new lane, and like I get it, you know, it's a hustle down here, but it's like the promoters and took over that shit. Like
right.
we leaving it up to the promoters. You know what I mean? I honestly, to me right now, when I first moved to Atlanta, I moved to Atlanta, I guess 2.5, 3 years ago. And I was trash at DJing for sure. Mm-hmm. I was trash. I didn't know how to blend. I mean, like, I honestly, when I started DJing in New Orleans, I was just like, yeah, I'm a DJ. Yeah, I just was like, I'm a DJ. I'm gonna take pictures. I bought my equipment, so I'm automatically a DJ. Right. And that worked because I got a gig on Bourbon Street, and that was dope. And then the club where I was at, it got shut down for drugs and prostitution. Oh. So, yeah.
That sounds like New Orleans.
Yeah, it got shut down.
Sound like you had some fun.
Look. Yeah, I did have a lot of fun. But it got shut down. So my dad was like, you know what? I was going to move to LA. So he was like, you know, come to Atlanta. Like, he was like, just, you know, you don't want to be a beach bum. Because I was just going to move out on a whim like I did to New Orleans. And he was just like, no, just come to Atlanta, get your shit straight, and then move to wherever you want. And I was like, all right, cool. And when I got down here, I was like, oh, shit. You know, I didn't even, I was just out here living. Yeah. Sunday to Monday, me and my friend, we were out every single day. It's something to fucking do. That part. Mm-hmm. It's something to do every single day. And that was dope because I was like, shit. I was in every lounge, every club, promoters, every day. I was seeing the same people. But then I had all this artsy stuff that I was going to, like on Sound Table and stuff like that. And it was a different vibe. I was seeing what vibes I did like, and I was seeing what vibes I didn't like. You know what I'm saying? And my goal was like, oh, like, yeah, I want to be at Gold Room. I want to be at all these clubs. I want to be booked through Sunday to Monday. And like, I realized that quickly changed for me. That quickly changed because I was just looking at it and I'm like, you know what? Like, this isn't, it's boring. I'm getting $150. You know, it was like, and I'm seeing the bartenders and you see the servers walk out with bread. You see the promoters. No telling how much they got for the night, you know what I'm saying? So, and it was just kind of draining. So, the places that I did, like, I was like, oh, they're a vibe. You know, we can play for real. We can play. I think y'all came up to me at Bar Vegan because I want to say I played maybe Dom Kennedy or something.
You played Still Calling. And I was like, hey, she fine.
Okay, because I knew it was something, and I was like, okay. And I, honestly, when that happens, I'd be like, oh, okay. I like their vibe, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can tap in with them. They're very in tune with stuff. So it was dope to see that because that's like the area I want to be in. That's the lane I'm trying to be in. That's the lane I'm creating with Muse. I want you to be able to mix your house shit to your trap shit, to West Coast shit, to New York shit, to London, to UK shit. You know what I mean? I remember posting something from Soul Lection Radio, and you were like, "Oh yeah, you late, Queen." And I was like, "Oh shit, I am late." You know what I mean? Because that's like, I feel like me and Joe K got the same type of vibe. You know what I mean?
Joe K. I'm a fan. We do the same shit.
Me and Joe K got a fucking vibe. So I was like, "All right, cool." So that's the lane I'm trying to be in, and I've been following these DJs for a minute, you know, at Sound Table, and it's crazy because I've been following them and I'm booking them now. Yeah. They weren't even really paying attention to me. You know what I mean? I wasn't even in their like radar, you know, and now they're like, oh, I'm booking them. Yeah. You know what I mean?
For your music event.
For my music event.
That's hard.
Yeah. So it's really cool to see. Like my transition from all of that, and yeah, I just.
Can you name some DJs that you like been inspired by?
Yeah. Definitely Genesis.
I'm about to say Genesis the one because he is the one.
Genesis is the one.
Yeah,
Genesis is definitely the one.
Shout out to Genesis.
No, shout out to Genesis.
I was just about to say that.
Shout out to
Genesis.
He is
really the one.
No, shout out to Genesis. He's definitely the one. I actually work with him a lot, and I just pull up to see him because. It's crazy because we talk about this. I have a video on my phone when we were at Sound Table, and it's like 2000 and when I first moved down here, like right when I first moved down here.
RP Sound Table.
Right, and I had a video on my phone. He wasn't even looking at me, y'all. Like I literally was up there, like, yo, you going crazy. He wasn't even looking. I think I followed him on Instagram. He didn't even follow me back. Like I really.
But you was a fan of his work.
I was a fan.
Yeah.
I was a fan because he played something. It was like Rose Quartz Toro. I don't know if you know Toro. No.
Toro Emo?
Yeah. I don't know how to say his name. But he played that, and I was like, oh shit. Like nobody's really on that shit. You know what I mean? Nobody's really. I don't know anybody's playing that shit. And when I heard that, I was like, wait, I would love to hear that at a play, vibe at a club like that. I'm like, and everybody was lit and everybody's dancing and having a good time. And I was like, oh shit, he's in tune. He's very in tune. So like that one, he's my big fan. Just even from Trap, Champagne Trap, Cleo Trap. She's dope. Kashi, Weirdo Fitz, Bomb Jalam.
You naming all the homies like shit.
Yeah. My friend Poison, Venus, man. It's a lot of people that I really do look up to, and I really appreciate them for rocking with me like wholeheartedly, because they're really starting with me, and I was seeing them, and I go see them, and it's so interesting to really like look at them now, and so.
That's so dope. Yeah. We all started kind of like when I started DJing, I was seeing all those people that you named, like them in their moments, and you know what I'm saying, them on the rise, and especially Cleo Trap, because we went to the same college together, and just seeing her step out of her element and do it full time, like she's doing her thing.
No, she's dope. Mm-hmm. No, I mean, I like just like everybody I've been seeing just like in that lane, I will say, because it's like you can see the artsy lane, and you see the clubs and the lounge DJs and the 1145 and stuff like that. And don't get me wrong, I have some homies that are big in that lounge, like big Spin, DJ Spin. That's one of the homies. That's one of my best friends. And he taught me a lot. Right when I got down here too. He taught me a lot. And I mean, like, it's a lane for everybody for sure, but I definitely, like, I can see my lane. Like, I want people to be comfortable with playing whatever they want to play. Right. You know what I mean? So.
Beautiful.
Without it be like, ew, I want to hear some trap.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like let's come together and vibe. Like, I feel like these lounges and these clubs is cool, but, like, what about, like, I think this past weekend I DJ'd at, I did I went back home. I'm from Birmingham. I went back home to do the museum. Birmingham Museum.
Shout out to Gina T, because that's one of my favorite DJs too.
Hey,
I know you know her. Yeah.
Okay.
She's from Birmingham.
Yeah. No, I haven't formally met her.
Before you do that, y'all, we gotta take the shot. Right?
Okay.
Before you do that, we gotta get to the shot. This is a great conversation. Great conversation. Yep. Yes. Let's take the shot. We gotta take the shot right quick. Take the shot. All right. Shout out to Gina.
Okay. Yeah. No. I haven't formally met her, but shout out to her. I think she did it once too. But I did that, and I was like, dang, like, people are dancing.
Right.
People are dancing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we go to these lounges, we clubs, we looking cute, we on Instagram, we just sitting there smoking our hookah.
Looking at each other,
looking at cool, but, like, let's all come together and actually, like, have a vibe and actually dance. You know what I'm saying? Right. That's the type of vibes I want to be on. That's the type of vibe that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I like. It's like, let's all have fun, you know what I mean? We ain't got to worry about people just judging us and having fun, you know what I mean? It was all cool. And one of the things I realized, I was like, who doesn't want to get drunk and dance in the art museum?
Nobody. Everybody wants to.
Everybody.
I said that the wrong way.
Everybody, you know what I'm saying? But, like, I was looking, I was like, the venue definitely was like that. I was like, okay, cool. Like, and we were playing whatever. I was playing a lot of stuff in there.
That's what's up.
You know what I'm saying? Let's do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we was in that. We rocked. You know what I mean?
Vibes.
So we definitely rocked. You definitely seen, like, the transition from when I first started out. I was, like, soft, and it was very, like, more digestible, because it was like some white older people coming in. I don't want to get too aggressive. You know what I mean? But then about 10, we all got liquor in our system. You know what I'm saying? And it's over at 11. Yeah. So, you know what I'm saying? We might as well get turned. And everybody now getting loose. And now we can, you know what I mean?
Nice.
So that was kind of how, but yeah.
Okay.
Cool. So behind the scenes, you were telling me, I feel like now would be a time to just share it with everybody. you want to start your own podcast. So what made you go ahead? You know,
I always wanted to be free on 106 Park.
Right, she was the model.
No cap. I always wanted to be free
Shout out
because
to legend.
yeah, she's a legend. She's such a legend because it was so organic with her.
Right.
It was so organic. It wasn't forced. It was like she was the best show. I mean, the best host.
Yeah, she was. Her and AJ,
let's get this right. Like, her and AJ were the best.
Were the best.
Right.
After that, it kind of, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it was kind of, I felt like Terrence, it was like kind of corny. It got a little, you know, and shout out to them because they did what they wanted, you know, they did what they did. And they paved their way and they made, you know what I mean? But I feel like it was so organic with Free and AJ. You know, it made me tune in. Every 5, 6 Central or some shit like that? Like,
every day, Monday through Thursday.
Friday.
Monday through Friday. Oh, yeah, okay.
Rap City would come on first, then 106 and Park, and then it was like a top 5 countdown after that. I remember it because I was a big advocate of that. So I definitely remember. Even Big Tigger, like, I think what was so dope about him was he was actually interviewing artists, and then he got a chance to give them a freestyle. Right. You know what I'm saying? Some of the hardest freestyles.
Mm-hmm. He's somebody else that, like, going back to the topic, is like he diversified himself. It's like, he got this show, but he also got music. He got his own radio show. He's still on 103 here in Atlanta. You know, he's really,
still running the game.
Still running the game. Still running the game. Still doing stuff. You know, and that's really inspiring. Like I said, I always wanted to be free. Like, it was like one of those things where I was like, yeah, that's what when people ask me what I'm going to be when I grow up, and I would say free when I was in the park. So that definitely made me be like, you know what, like, I definitely need and honestly, I need a platform too, because, okay, I guess I want to be modest, but I don't want to be modest at the same time. Go ahead.
You know, I got to make sure, baby, right?
Go ahead, look me up. I definitely, I'm funny, right? But I definitely don't want to, I mean, only my friends know I'm funny. I remember this guy, he told me one time, he was like, what do you want to do besides DJing? And I told him, I was like, X, Y, and Z, what I'm doing now. You know, and he said, well, nobody ever hears you talk on social media. And I was like, oh, damn, they don't. They don't, right? No, but you see my stories, so you see the
your stories are funny.
You
like,
see,
you post some funny ass random shit.
Like, you see random as shit, weird as shit, random as shit. But it'd be funny, and I'm like, oh damn, nobody knows I'm funny except for my friends, or if you actually have a conversation with me, right? You'll be like, oh shit, she's funny as fuck. You know what I mean? So, I think that's always like what really made me be like, okay, yeah, I definitely need a platform. And my friend Tim also, like my friend Tim, he's a funny ass dude. He he grew up in a lot of places, so he's well rounded with a lot of people. Right. And he has just a real well-rounded personality, and like my friends will be like, "Oh, you're the boy version of Tim," because of course he's been around with my friends, and they'll be like, "You're the boy version of Tim," because he's so you'll meet him, and you'll be like, "Oh, damn, you're very in tune with yourself," right? You know what I mean? And I think that he made me really, 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 really comfortable with myself, and just really talking and just telling stories, because he tells the best stories. So I think that's what made me just want to be like, okay, yeah, I want to start a show. You know, I need a platform. You know what I mean? And then I would watch TRL.
Oh yeah, MTV, that's a good one too. Yeah,
you know, we watched Lala growing up too. She was cool, and I love that. You know what I mean? So I think that's always what
It's always been a good thing.
Have you ever experienced, like, has fear ever played any parts in anything in your journey? Because we live in an era today where a lot of people. We watch these videos on YouTube all the time. Don't let nobody stop you. Don't let nobody get in your way. But, we all deal with our hurdles. So, have you ever been in a scenario?
I don't think so. Okay. I think that when I started out, like, even from, I went to college. I graduated. I went to University of Alabama. Okay. Roll Tide.
Ooh, yeah.
Roll Tide.
They got the winner.
Roll Tide.
That's a good school, though.
Roll Tide. So, I went to University of Alabama, and I graduated, and, like, after I graduated, I was, like, in this spot where I was, like, I got money because of graduation. We get money from graduation. Right. We get whatever. But I didn't have any plans. Like, you know what I mean? I was out, and I was, like, turned. I was, like, shit, I don't know what I'm doing. I didn't even think about what I was doing. I was just, like, shit, I'm out. Got my whip. I got, you know what I'm saying? I got some bread in my pocket. So I'm out. I don't really know what I want to do. And I was running the streets the whole summer. And my friend Tim, the one I just mentioned, he sat me down one day, and I was looking at him because all he did was sell weed. And I say that, but like, he sat me down one day. He was like, "Yo, what are you doing?" And I'm looking at him like, what are you doing? Like, you know what I'm saying? What are you doing? You know, and it's like, you know, and that talk really stuck with me because he really put something in my head like, yo, you need to get out here and you need to, you know what I'm saying? Like, what you trying to do? Like, you know what I'm saying? Nobody really ever sat me down and, you know, whatever, like, really was like, okay, like, what do you want to do? You know,
he sparked that brain.
Right. I got into college myself and did everything myself. Like, I didn't really, you know, there were people in college running circles around me because they had parents that really gave a fuck. You know what I'm saying? To talk about time management and internships and stuff like that. So when, you know, you get out of college or you get around people like that and you're like, oh shit, you know, I'm not doing that. I'm just happy to be in this bitch. Right. I'm just happy to be in getting my degree and stuff like that. And when you get around people, you're like, oh shit, like you've been on this, you know, y'all kind of built for success. Y'all been, you know what I'm saying? So when I got out, it was just more so like, that was my milestone. You know, I graduated. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, so what do I do next? You know, so after that, I was just like, okay. So, you know, when he sat me down to talk to me, I was like, damn. Like, I was like, I do need to do something, you know. And initially, I went to grad school. Now, when I grad school, my initial look, I guess I can say my initial reason for going to grad school was to get a refund check, to get the refund check.
Scamming smart, damn.
To buy a pound of weed and to flip it. That was my initial. That was my initial thing to do, was to do that. And I did that, and then I was like, okay, then what? You know what I mean? I was in grad school selling weed, doing all this, but then it was just, man, my story is just so crazy. I don't even want to it's so long, but to say this is like, okay, I did that, moved to New Orleans, then I'm like, okay, shit, I need to do something because I'm a horrible worker. I'm a horrible worker. I'm a bad, like every job that
You're
I had.
a bad employee?
Yes.
We'll say that. You're a bad employee.
Okay. I'm a bad employee. Okay, let's say that.
You be taking smoke breaks?
It was not, you know, every job I just get fired for some reason. I bring we should all quit vibe to the workplace.
Oh, you bring like entrepreneurship, like, man, we don't really need this shit.
You know, and I like that shit.
You're like,
you a bad
we need
employee.
them to be like 9 to 5.
You know, people don't like that shit. So when you get up, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I was getting fired from all my jobs. So, you know what I mean? So I was like, really like, you know, I got to do something that I really want. And then like, it kept, you know, I talked to God. Very spiritual person, you know what I mean? I'm not religious like that, but I'm very spiritual and definitely believe in a higher being and stuff like that. So I want to say when I talked to God, I was like, wait, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what is your will? Like, what do you want me to do? And DJing kept on coming back. DJing, I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't go to school for DJing. I didn't put myself in debt at this white ass school for DJing.
Nah, for real.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I didn't put myself in debt. You know, I ain't go through all this shit just for DJing, and like, you know, I just said, fuck it, okay, bet. You know what I mean? So I saved up, got my laptop, got a controller, really, you know what I'm saying? Got with my friend, Kiss, shout out to Kiss. Kiss was one of the people in New Orleans. Her basement actually was like the Rap City basement.
Ooh.
Yeah. Her basement is literally like the Rap City basement. So she really she was a photographer and she did video, she could do everything. So she really kind of piped me up. She was just like, oh yeah, you come to my crib every day, you practice. You know, we in the basement practicing. She didn't know anything about DJing, but she was like, you need to practice. You need to get music. You need to be downloading music every day. You need to be putting out content. You need to be putting out mixes. And she piped me up. She showed, I mean, I was so broke. It's some days that I would come to her crib. She would have to buy me food or put gas in my car. But she really fucked with me. And like, you know what I mean? And like, she elevated me to be like who I am now. You know what I'm saying? It was definitely dope. So it was like, okay. And it's crazy too, because it's like a full circle moment coming around when I go back to New Orleans and she comes back and sees my gigs and she's like, oh, I remember you couldn't even, like, you know, she'll be like that. Like when I get done with my sets in New Orleans, she'll be like, bro, you done got so good now.
She remember them days. Yeah, she remember.
Look, I be thinking in my head, damn, I sucked, huh?
We all did.
We all sucked.
I was like, God damn, I suck.
Hey, I tell people the worst DJ I've ever heard in my life was me when I first started. I tell everybody.
Bruh, like I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. And like, you know what I mean? Now I'm just like, whew, it's definitely a night and day like type of vibe, you know what I mean? And I definitely appreciate her so much for like really working with me and you know what I mean? Like But like my story just was crazy, and that's why I say like it really like college really like you know what college did for me? I didn't learn anything but to take L's and keep it moving.
Yeah, that's
you know
real.
what I mean?
It's always it's never like it's always like
take L's and just keep it moving and really, you know what I mean? And that's what I really appreciate about, you know, what I got out of all that shit. So
with you diversifying like your career and where you want to be, where do you want, like I would say with people, how do you want them to perceive your new venture with Muse? Like where do you see that going with people perceiving it, like receiving that right now?
Okay, so definitely want it to be a staple. I want it to be a staple. I want to bring Art Basel vibes to Atlanta. You know what I mean? I feel like it definitely we need that. You know what I mean? We need something very like for artsy people to go to, but like not even just for artsy people. You know what I mean? Like you want to do some different shit outside of clubs and lounges.
Right.
Like come here, come to Muse. You know what I mean? Like I got an open bar for you.
No complaint, like no reason not to go.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Get drunk and look at artwork and party. You know, hear different shit.
Meet people,
like,
have
you know
a good time.
Meet, network. You know what I mean? Like, you know, and that's what it's been a journey with this Muse stuff. I was such on a high from the first one because it was such a good turnout. Like literally, y'all. Like I thought about this one day and because I had the space. I always had the space, but I didn't know what I wanted to do with the space. And initially it was going to be called DJ Smarttt Pop-Up and Friends. I was like, that sucks. Because like all my friends were starting off business ventures and I wanted to kind of like highlight them. Right. And like I was just like, yeah, that sucks. I don't like that. So I just never really thought about it. I went to, you said Jamaica, but I went to St. Thomas.
Okay.
I went to St.
Nice.
Thomas.
Broke Instagram.
I know she broke Instagram with the same time.
She broke Instagram.
I had a cake.
He was on the island.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was in the islands and I DJ'd there, but even like then I was like, I took shrooms on the beach. I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do. And I still didn't figure it out. When I got back, I got done with something I was doing. I went back home and I was like, damn, do I need to take shrooms again to figure out my ideas for this? Like, I don't know what to do. And I just literally just sat at my dining room table. I live alone, so I just literally just sat there for like maybe like 30 minutes. I was like, you know what? I was like going through words and things that I really like. You know what I mean? And I was like, oh, I want to call it Muse. So, and that name in itself is inspiration. You know what I mean? Like, it's whatever. And I was like, oh, shit, we got it. We got one now. I was like, oh, shit. You know, and I just got inspiration off of that. I got fire and fuel from that. And that made me be like, damn, like, we about to take this to, because Muse 1, Muse 2, Muse 3, you know what I mean? And I was like, yeah, we're about to really push this. And like, shout out to like all the DJs that have been rocking with me. Like Genesis is definitely a residential DJ in it. Hey. Like you'll see him every single time.
Nice.
During the set, you'll see him every single time. But like, I think like, you know, even, you know, with him even giving me like, keep going. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's been really rough with it because I'm starting off. I'm not rich.
Right.
I'm a DJ.
Yeah.
You see my car.
Yeah, and I get you from point A to point B.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, I literally, it's paid off. Hey, but shout out to that.
Hey, that's look, you ain't got no car note. That's a blessing.
I got a car note. Like, you know what I'm saying? But like, I'm not rich, but I see the vision I do have for myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I see that that's really what it takes is a vision for yourself and really what you know, really want to do. So like, I kind of like thought about that in my head. I was like, okay, like I can take this and like really transform it into something really, really bigger than itself. You know what I mean? And like, I don't want to necessarily just take all the credit for it because it's just not just me.
Right.
I have a team of us. Like it's just not just me because like, you cannot win with just yourself. You really have to have a team. It takes other people to pipe you up.
Right.
That part.
It takes other people to pipe you up for sure. And like, it really is a team. When, you know, even with my best friend, Tycee, like, even with her, like, she really, you know, she kept bothering me about the damn pop-up. Like, when are you going to do something for it? Because I had the space. And I was like, why are you asking me? You keep asking me. I don't know. And then, like, I'm like, okay, there it goes, Muse. And when I said the name, they were like, oh, okay, definitely. That's dope. You know, let's get it rolling. Let's create. Let's make it something. So I really want it to be such like a staple in Atlanta. Like I can see it going somewhere. I can see it being something that people be like, oh, when's the next one? You know what I mean? Like, and I'm being pretty consistent with it. I do it every other month. My first one was April 21st. My second one was June 30th.
Now I'm about to go to the one on the 25th.
And there, there's no excuse.
Yes,
You guys
yes.
are on my guest list. There's no excuse.
Yeah, we there. And it's day for my birthday, so I'm gonna be there.
Oh, that's right.
Wait, you're Leo?
Oh, Virgo.
Virgo.
Yeah.
I hate it.
Damn,
Wait,
it's
what are
like-
you?
I'm an Aries.
I love it.
You love it?
I love it.
What's
I
your sign?
I want to say I love you guys, but I hate you guys because you guys are so bossy. What the hell? Jesus.
What's your
And you guys want to direct everybody and every goddamn thing. Calm down. We got to plan it too. But I love it because my friend Rianne, my friend Rianne is a Aries, and she's very much so like, let's do this. We gotta plan for it. Like if I'm hanging out with her, she has an itinerary. Mm-hmm. I'm just like, bitch. I don't float like
be
that.
here.
I don't float like that. Virgos take control too.
Right.
So they're very much so like, I kind of know what I want to do, and then we, you know what I'm saying?
It's a fire sign.
They for sure. I am a Pisces. So
Okay, you water.
yeah. I am very, very.
Or is that air?
No, it's water.
Water, okay.
It's
Okay.
very much so water.
Okay.
And
Let's say
like,
Pisces get along with all the signs though.
yeah, no,
Especially Virgos.
We your balance.
definitely-
We put the
we
they put the
Virgos and
fire
Pisces
out.
are definitely so much so like for sure.
with the balance.
For sure. And yeah, no, you got that's what it is. Pisces definitely. We are our thing of all. We are embodied all the 12 signs.
Yeah,
Right.
That's what they say.
So that's crazy to have all the signs in you. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like that's crazy. But like no, for sure, I definitely can see that because I'm like I do get along with everybody. Like I have friends that are every single fucking sign, like every sign, and I can tell you about every sign that you know what I mean. So, but it's so cool. But yeah, so
That's what's up.
I definitely see Muse being something that like everybody's like, yeah, like when's the next one? When we gonna do this again? So I want to be able to throw this like twice a year. You know what I mean?
Right.
And be like, because I want it to be exclusive. Like I want it to keep, being a staple, but I want it to be exclusive. Like when is this gonna happen again? You know what I mean? Like I don't want it to, and that's why I don't do so many DJs. That's why I don't do so many vendors. I don't do, because I want everybody to get their shine.
Right.
Like when you're on there, I want you to be like, oh shit, I do one or two performers each thing. I think I'm gonna start doing two, but I do one performer because I want it to be like, oh shit, like. I just performed at Muse. You know what I mean? I want people to ask me, like, I've been getting a lot of DJs to ask me, like, how can I DJ at the next one? But, like, I've been, you know what I'm saying? I want people to, like, how can I, you know what I'm saying, DJ or be a part of the next Muse? So, like, it's kind of.
That's how you know you're creating a movement.
When when
people
it's not easy. Like I said, I'm not rich. It's not easy. I'm coming out of pocket with a lot of this stuff. It is definitely frustrating sometimes, but, like, I get a lot of people asking me when's the next Muse, so I can't give up on it.
No,
like
don't
I can't give up on it. Like
you
I'm
just
not
getting started.
Yeah, just getting started. I can't give up. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's a growing and continuing thing. So it's like okay.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Well, you are definitely somebody that's out there. Well, excuse me. Damn, we've been drinking. I'm sorry, y'all.
You
Now you gotta drink it. You gotta drink
a cup again.
You are definitely somebody.
You about to put some in the
Yeah,
cup,
I'm
but
about to
I
put
need
some-
some more too.
I
Come
got you.
on, I got mine still.
You are definitely somebody who is out here diversifying yourself, doing big things. Tell me when to stop. All right. And we absolutely love to see it. So one thing about Infinite Vibes before we wrap, as I get ready to take this last shot,
Yes.
we always like to encourage our guests to provide positive words of affirmation for anybody that's just on their way. Because you somebody that's on your way. And we just want somebody to give some gems.
Look, I love that.
Get some gems. Like let them know, let these people know, man.
No, positive affirmation. Like honestly, guys, like really, real talk. I don't even drink Jack.
Hey, nah, this.
You should be a security. What is it? We're security out here, but we're
I love the fact that it's almost gone.
Look, you know what I'm saying? Look, I ain't bougie. You know what I'm saying?
It's been a good day. I'm just like,
I ain't. You know what I'm saying? Look, let me get a pinch of that.
Little mixture.
Look,
No, I just got a
yeah.
little bit.
Let me know when to stop.
That's good.
Need some, sis?
No, I'm good. Thank you, bro. Yes.
No, I definitely love that affirmations thing, and I really appreciate you guys so much because you guys have, like, honestly, out of this interview, like, getting to know you guys. You know what I mean? I don't even know you guys like that, but I remember, look, y'all came to me at Bar Vegan, I was DJing, and yeah, so you dope. Like, I was
We
like,
be
okay,
struggling
cool.
too, because when I came to you, I don't got no big money. I'm independent. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm financing myself, like you said, with yourself. It get hard because you got all this money you have to dish out to certain things, and it's like, okay, do I really need to dish it out because I was inquiring about your DJ services, and I do need my DJs, but right now my focus is, okay, well, let me be consistent with the music, and then I can start dishing out money to the DJs and have y'all spin the record and the radio.
And what what I've been doing too, and what I've been seeing, like other creatives and like people who are really locked in, and we tapped in, favors for favors.
Yeah.
Right.
Let's do favors for favors. You know what I'm saying? I'm down with that. Like, it definitely is. Like, if you got a service that you can do and I got a service, like, let's do that. Like, let's swap out. Because we gonna, you know, if we all got visions and we all believe we're gonna make it, we gonna make it to where I can be dishing you out money that you worth.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I know that you're worth this. You know what I'm saying? And that's what with all my DJs that I'm booking right now, like, they fuck with me because they see the vision.
Right.
Like, I want to be able to pay $500 plus for just a 1 hour set.
No,
that's just a 1 hour set. You up there for one single hour and you're coming off, you know what I'm saying, $5 plus. I think that's great. You know what I'm saying? That's great. You know what I'm saying? I ain't asking you to do nothing else but be up there for 1 hour and get that. You know what I mean? So I feel like real talk, like when you see a vision and people see it too, they fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? So like, I definitely think for people who's coming up and like who's trying to do the same things that we're doing or see us doing and stuff like that, just keep going. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I get it's such a constant emotion battle with this stuff because you're going to go through every single emotion. Like what Nipsey said in that Perfect 10, so I'm going through every single emotion to get where I'm at. Like, I'm not, we come off as poised on Instagram.
Yeah.
Right.
We poised on Instagram. We act like we got it all together on Instagram. And like, but nobody's ever seeing that, the behind the scenes where you got to really struggle, where you got to be like, I can't even go with y'all tonight. I got to do this. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, I really got to do this. Or you got to cuss somebody up because they ain't coming through with this. You know what I'm saying? Like, my last food vendor for my muse, like, didn't show up 30 minutes before because he didn't have a ride. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, look, you got to go through so much. And I book these people in advance.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I book these people in advance. So you gotta really, like, nothing's perfect. Nothing's ever gonna be perfect. Nothing is ever gonna be like 100%. But you just gotta keep going because it's gonna be right. You know what I'm saying? Like, the right people, you're gonna meet the right people. You're gonna keep going with the right people. And that's what I'm doing right now. Even with me and y'all. You know what I'm saying? Even with me and y'all. Like, y'all came with me and I was just like, shit, okay, bet. Y'all fuck with me. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hope I wasn't standoffish.
No, you was working.
Okay, cool.
we get it.
Okay, cool.
You gave out good energy.
Yeah, okay, cool. Because, like, you know, sometimes I'd be like, oh, man, in my zone. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's no, like, diss on nobody who coming up to me, but I'd be in my zone working. So it's like, okay, cool. Like, I want to be able to be, you know, relatable to people and really talk and stuff like that. And I've been seeing you do your stuff. So I'm like, when I looked at that, I was like, and see you do your stuff. I'm like, oh, shit, I met the right people. You know what I'm saying? Look, I met the right people. I was like, okay, I see you interviewing. What, you just interviewed DSB? Division? What is that? Is it Division?
Shout out to Division, yeah.
Okay, it's Division. Yeah, no, for sure. Like,
it is DVSN.
Shout out to Division.
You just interviewed Division, so it's like, it's cool. Like, when I see that stuff like that, I'm like, damn, like, isn't that Drake's artist too?
Yeah, Sound of you.
Oh yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like, that's big. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like little stuff like that. Like, and that's what I'm saying. Like, when encouraging people really just to keep going. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gonna get hit left and right. Like, it's life shit outside of this shit. Like, when we put the mic down, when we put the DJ shit on, we still gotta pay rent. We still gotta pay bills. We still gotta deal with family issues. We still gotta deal with mental issues. We still gotta deal with so much stuff beyond this shit. You know what I'm saying? So to really get out here and keep going and doing what you wanna do, it takes a lot of what's the fucking word I'm looking for? Resilience. Resilience.
That's it. That's what I live by.
Resilience. It takes a lot of resilience to keep going because that shit will get dark. Like, it will. And like, I'm just in a space right now where I have my friends, thank God, like, to depend on. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got your circle. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it takes a lot of people, like, the right people by you. A lot of people you can see even in the industry don't have the right people by them. You know, some people that I really like to look up to, Drake has the right people by him. You can tell that because he doesn't even do any corny shit, like goofy shit. Yeah. Beyonce has the right people because they don't do any goofy shit. You know what I'm saying? When artists don't talk a lot,
that's how you know.
They got the right people.
When artists don't talk a lot and do corny shit on the internet where you like, God damn, you You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but Kendrick, only post when you about to drop out.
I'm telling you, when artists do not do a lot, they have the right people by them to tell them, bro, that's lame. Don't do that. Right. You know what I'm saying? You know how many people probably, Drake probably wanted to pop his shit. He's one of the big, but he's, you know, we can all get our egos going and we can be like, oh, I've done this, I've done that, I've done this, I've done that. But like, bro, do you know how many, there's Hall of Famers. Yeah. You're like, you know what I'm saying? Drake is going to dinner with the Isley brothers. Right. You know why? You know, because they are legends. You know what I'm saying? He's still a student of the game. And like to know that, like you done made some hits, but you ain't never made But I Love of You and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like you done made some hits. You know what I'm saying? Just got
sampled by Beyonce, man. Like
come on, you know what I'm saying? Like, but you know what I'm saying? So like to be still humble, right? And doing a lot means, you know what I'm saying? It makes people like me. It makes people like you. It makes people like look up to people and be like, oh shit. Yeah. Like
they don't need the antics. What you calling is people who use like publicity stunts and stuff to kind of be out in the open and get people to buy their music. And a lot of people that don't do that, they really are the realest ones. Because
they care about the art.
Focused. Yeah,
they care about the art more, and that's where
that's
what I'm at right now. And that's like the thing where I'm at, even with Muse. And that's where I said, like, even with my DJing style and even the DJs that I choose, they care about the art. Right. They don't care about the money. Mm-hmm. Because they would not be if they cared about the money more, they would not be choosing to play for Muse. And these are good people. These are good DJs where I'm like, okay, cool. Like, you know, you see other DJs that are really about the money. You see some DJs that really like, you know, and that's what I'm not about, is the look, you know what I mean? We're girls, because like girls, the thing in this industry too, like girls, we look cute. Mm-hmm. So we can get away with like batting our eyes and not really knowing how to play for real. Right. Like, I did it. Like that's how I got things. I was playing at places. So cute. Yeah. Look, I was playing at places when I first
going in, girl.
Yeah. When I was playing at places when I first moved here, was like I was fucking some gigs up. I ain't even on cap. I was fucking some gigs up that if I would have known like how, like, you know what I'm saying, like what I know now, like I would be like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? But like we really get just kind of like picked just based off being cute. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like really
until we really get that talent.
And then you lock in with that. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm at with it. And I feel like everybody who's coming up, you know what I mean? Just don't give up. Just don't give up. Just keep going. If you got a wave, ride it. You know, we all, like, honestly, that's why I say to a lot of people, look, ride your wave, because eventually everybody's going to end up to where they want to be. Ride your own wave, and eventually we're all going to be to where you want to be. You know what I mean? So.
That part. Yeah. Well, thank you, Smarttt, for pulling up to Infinite Vibes, having this dope topic with us. Please give our listeners, take a toast as we chill. Please give our listeners your social media. Let them know how to get in contact with you.
Show.
It's Muse Show Queen.
All right, so you can follow me on IG at Smarttt with 4 T's, TTTT, like SMARTTTT, 4 T's. And then Muse ATL 2, Muse MUSE ATL 2. So yeah, you guys. Yeah, I appreciate you guys so much. You know what I mean? Like,
appreciate you.
Really, really, like, honestly, heartfelt moment. Like, you guys are super genuine. I like what y'all are doing with the podcast. And
thank you.
Yeah, anytime y'all want me back, anytime. Like,
oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all, whatever, you know, you be on the road, you be doing what you gotta do. Yeah. Like, I see you doing what you gotta do, and everybody doing. Look, my guy over there doing what he gotta do.
Right. In the building.
Look, he gotta be doing what he gotta do. So, I mean, I really appreciate y'all for sure.
We appreciate you. Thank you for being here.
Infinite Vibes. It's okay to diversify yourself, kings and queens. Take that risk. Take that chance.
Risk.
Definitely.